talking about?
Now, I don't know what Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup was doing with Zeruiah and Kiana's storyline, and the way they ended that had me a little bit heated. Let's just get into the stupidness of it all, of the three stupidos. So they coming from their little old date, and all of a sudden, he get a text from Zeruiah. We see Zeruiah sending him a text saying, hey, meet me at this address. If I can have a little conversation one-on-one with your girl, we can make all this shit go away. We could just squash it. In the meantime, you got Zeruiah thinking, hey, we need to be done with this shit. I don't need to keep arguing and fighting over this man. She can have this goofy, broke-ass dude. Since our kids gonna be around each other, we just need to squash it, talk it out, and move on with our life. That's all she trying to accomplish right now. Then you got old goofy-ass Kiana. She go ahead and get the car. She's like, every time we have a good day, this bra come in here and she fuck up our good day. So he trying to tell her, listen, I just need you to have a conversation with her so all this stuff will go away. She can drop the charges. We can go on with our life. At the end of the day, she got my kids. Our kids gonna be together, and I need both of you heifers. And when he said he need both, he meant that in a different way. That is just my opinion. He need both y'all. So he wants you to go have a conversation. So here she is at the little cafe. Done got dropped off by the Uber. She done had a drink or two. It's 30 minutes. Fucking, she texted him, where you at? She see they ain't coming. So she get up and she go. So now you got Kiana over there in the car saying she decided not to go. So I'm sitting there thinking, and why did you get in the car and where are you guys driving to? Did anyone have that thought besides me? Why did you get in the car and you know you wasn't gonna go see this girl? Where was you guys going? Like, you didn't even have to go. You knew you wasn't gonna go meet up with this girl, right? So then all of a sudden, the scene fucking changes, right? We got Kiana talking to the producers, but then you see Zeruiah, she getting out of the car, out of her Uber, talking about, I'll be right back. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, is this the same day? Does it look like Zeruiah had on the same outfit? However, when they switched car scenes, Kiana had on red instead of blue, or blue instead of red. It was different. So here she is talking to the producers. Kiana's goofy ass. She talking to the producers, right? All of a sudden, I don't know what house they at, but it wasn't at her house. So that's the point I'm going to make right now. It wasn't at her house. So I don't understand when the doorbell rang. Why did she get up and go answer the door? They got all kind of producers and shit around her. They could have went, you guys know it, they could have went and answered that damn door, their damn self. But it was set up for her to get up and take her ass outside, like, and walk out the door. They didn't tell her to come in or nothing. All of a sudden, they want to show us this little black screen, talk about they don't want to be filmed, and they decided to give them some fucking privacy. Now, at the end of the day, who was the loudest? I would say it was Kiana who was doing most of the barking. Zeruiah still had her little calm voice. Said, wait a minute, we don't watch this shit all season. And you mean to tell us you just gonna let us hear them go at each other, but we can't see it? Please make it plain to me and others who watched it. Why weren't we able to see it? It didn't make no sense to hear and not see it. Was they outside naked? Because they was outside just standing there talking shit and there really wasn't nothing going on. That's why they didn't show that shit. Because that didn't make any damn sense. That would have been something. That would have been a finale to see. But you've been teasing us with this one-on-one the last couple of, 3 episodes. And we still get nothing, and you end it with them wanting to have some privacy. You paying them for us to watch this shit. That's all I gotta say. I didn't like that shit at all. So then they tell us, after the filming, Kiana decided to drop the charges on this whole little bullshit. And now her and Demondre, they sitting there, they co-parenting. Although she did show us a text that he's still trying to reach out for her to be a side chick. That's what she showed us, a little text that he still wanted to come creep and peep. And she was like, no, I'm not going to be your side bitch. We done. I'm always a little pause when we TV show us text with no time stamp. Most text has time. Mine does. So everybody's supposed to be living their happy ass lives right now. I said that was just now the life after lockup. To me, that was a real true story, not a storyline, but a story. It's JK and Brooke, baby. And to me, they win. They win. The most popular, the most we can get out of, just the best people to review, in my opinion, was them. They had a lot going on. So to me, they're the winner. They get the crown for the most active stupidness, rowdiness, triflingness, everythingness. So when the police show up and want to find out what the hell is going on. Neighbors done called because this girl is out there in the front yard acting like a banshee in front of this woman's house, which is JK's fault, which is the mama's fault, because you shouldn't have his punk ass at that house. You should have never let her ass just lay up in your house. So they were able to get rid of the cop, and he was like, it was cool. He went on about his way. So now she want to know, why the hell was you over Alex's house? He said, I just went over there for a little while. She said, well, it don't make no sense that you over there for a little while. So why the hell were you over there in the first damn place? And so she said, because she pregnant. She said, what that got to do with you, sir? What that got to do with you? You think it's yours? And he's like, she's like, you dirty motherfucker, you. You just fed me lie after lie. You said you was gonna love me. You said you was gonna take my kids fishing. You said you was gonna marry me. You said you was gonna do all this shit for me, and you didn't stick to none of it. So although the neighbors just called the police on their ass, she's still out there yelling. She's still out there acting crazy. So that's when JK puffed off and said the wrong shit to her. He said, that's the reason I ain't with your ass, and because you act like this, and that's why I've been effing her the whole damn time, because of you. And she slapped his false teeth. I think his false teeth shifted to the other side of his cheek, and had to. I saw a little bit of sweat just go. So she slapped him dead in his mouth. She slapped him harder than she hit old girl Alex. She slapped him. He was mad. He wanted to put hands on her so bad, y'all. You could see it in his face. He had to go in the house and tell his damn mama. He had to go in the house and tell his damn mama. His mama said, you need to leave that alone. She gonna have you locked up. You gonna be going to jail messing with this broad. He really wanted to put hands on her. He had to go in there and just hold his cheek for a minute. He was feeling that slap. It's like, I felt it for you, sir. That wasn't no made up. That was true reality TV. She literally slapped the face and the teeth out of your mouth. At the end of the day, he said, this shit is, we done. We are done. We are over. I ain't dealing with this broad no more. She done put hands on me. She done put her hands on me. Like, no. So he done. He done with that shit. He said at the end of the day, he don't regret none of the shit that he did, that he been through, and what he put people through. He don't regret a damn thing. So now Brooke, she got to do the hard job of go telling her kids her and JK broke up, that she yet lost another pappy for him to have. Like, I done lost the other pappy. I lost the real pappy. I lost the third pappy. This about the fourth pappy that I have, and we don't have no more pappies. I'm of pappies to give you. So she tell the kids that her and JK broke up. And the little boy is like, what? Like, the little boy had a whole lot to say. They said they didn't even give a shit. They didn't care. They said you was too good for him anyway, and he lied and didn't do shit for us anywhere. Never took us fishing. He didn't do a damn thing. He said, plus, the little said, plus he a drug addict, mama. You're not a drug addict. He a drug addict. They said, mama, you'll find us another pappy. You'll find us another daddy. I said, that is just so sad that she got the kids. Oh my God, that is sad. When they was like, okay, they don't even mind that she out there looking for a father. They want a father so bad. They just like, fuck mama, just go back out there in the field and find us another pappy. So she done moved her ass to Galveston. Done took the kids and she moved to Galveston. I guess she got a little job. She got a whole little apartment. But now she's still talking to a whole nother inmate. So she ain't learned her lesson on shit. She's still going off after bumble dudes and she's making bad decisions, getting people who that can't do nothing for her or her kids. Period. You desperate, Brooke. You desperate. You supposed to change your life after the life of damn JK. And meanwhile, JK is out there fishing, living his best life, saying F both of these brocks. He ain't even really want to deal with Alex. He said Alex comes with too much baggage. She got kids, she got a baby on the way. She got the baby, but she don't know who the baby is or not because she playing games. Is it his? Is it not? They playing games. It don't take that long now that the girl been born for you to get a paternity test. So we need to know if it's yours or not. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably not. I ain't seen nothing on Starcasm, although I ain't been there in a while. So he's just living his best life. He just trying to stay out of jail. Like he said, I done went from a jail, come out here to another jail cell. He said, you know what I mean? Can't do none of that. You feel what I'm saying? He killed me. Like JK. But JK, it is over. It's done. So now he's just gonna live his best life. I hope JK can keep his little punk ass out of jail. Stay out of prison, sir. Keep your job. Stay out of prison. Get your life together. Y'all, Karen should just be ashamed of herself all on TV. Excuse me, she look a hot mess. She's absolutely drunk and high. Whatever is in that water jug of hers, it ain't water. I'm pretty sure it's liquor. Just the way she's talking and slurring and being loud, like trying to have a conversation with her there's no point in it because she can't hear you and she's just screaming and talking. You don't even understand what the hell she mad at. All we know is she mad at is that she didn't like the fact that Troy was going around saying that his mama wasn't shit. And she didn't love him, because he was raised by other people other than her. But in her mind, she said as long as you guys was okay, she was okay. Well, apparently the kids wasn't okay. That's why that boy went to prison. People wasn't okay, Karen. But Karen was out there being a hustler. Like she said, she always been a hustler. Karen was out there being Karen. Being drunk, being high, and she's still that way today. She is still that way today. But they were able to work out their little shit. She kind of pissed off that she was the last to know about that girl being pregnant. But Zeruiah said, you've been talking shit to me the whole time. So why would I tell you anything when you've been sitting there busting my balls all over the internet saying I got herpes, I got disease, I got all this shit going on. So why would I? Anyway, they was able to make up and she drove off into the sunset with her son back to the train station to do whatever she gonna do. So now we got Troy. The ending for him is he's co-parenting with the little girl. She was down for the summer. Everything is just perfect. They got their little baby bump. I think they just said they had their little baby I think I saw on Instagram or something. They had their little baby boy. We'll get to see pictures later. So I'm glad that they're doing good. I'm glad that Troy is able to keep his ass out of prison and he won't go back. I just need him to stop smoking and doing that shit all on cameras. Another couple that I do not need to see back. I don't need to see them back. They had nothing to get. They have to squeeze that little storyline that they had out of their assholes, like they really did. So we really don't need to see them back no more. Next couple, Courtnee and Will. Now, y'all, they could have left Courtnee and Will off. They broke up. Who cares? It's over. Sitting there watching them go back and forth, attacking each other in their little confessional. That did nothing for my soul and spirit. We learned nothing new. We didn't know who she was messing with. All we did find out is the person that dropped her off was someone she met the night before, which sounds a little hoism to me. We found out after they had that little argument, after she tore up the divorce papers, that they went and they had sex again. But for some reason, he got into an argument, what it sounds like, with the damn roommates, and they put his ass out that damn house. And I'm trying to figure out what type of argument could you get in to with the roommates where they would put your ass out. Maybe he started talking loud and being disrespectful, but I don't know. It would have been a scene that would have been worth seeing versus watching them come together and have a conversation. That means nothing. It did nothing. We found out nothing other than the fact that they're fucking over. And we finally saw her at that damn job fucking changing tires. We finally saw her at that job with that clean work outfit on, okay? And now we know she got a whole new another boyfriend. And she did admit to cheating on his ass to get over him. Understand that. If I'm mad at my man, the last thing I'm thinking about is somebody else. I don't know. Maybe it's a young girl thing. That's just not my thought process how I think about shit. Because if I'm mad at one man, I'm mad at all of them. And like she told his ass, you got me off a prison website. So I really don't know what you expected out of somebody that you met, never really met, got off a website, married me in one day, didn't really know what I was about, but knew I had some baggage and some damn problems. So what do you expect? At this point, Courtnee says she don't even feel bad about the damn breakup because you never loved him. He was a trick. He was a trick. Like I said, you had your A, B, C. You had your backups. You was going to keep your backups, and you still rolling with backups. Your job is just for something to keep you going, to keep you sober. So hopefully you stay sober and you don't fall off the wagon, and we don't hear no shit about you no more, ma'am. Now, I was just going to skip Justine and Michael because I really haven't given two shits about them the whole time they was on this show. But one thing about Justine and Michael, they are love after lockup. You done found your love. We're glad we saw you with your love. You stayed in love. You're still together. You got it together. Fine. Move on. We don't need to see these people no more. I feel like the production just put them on because maybe they're trying to help them out financially. Just don't need to see them anymore. The good thing was, we could see that Justine and her mother may end up having a better relationship now that they was able to sit down and hash it out. We find out this girl still got daddy issues. So maybe they'll be able to work this shit out at some point. But let's just skip over that. Just go to why Michael would go and have this girl go look for a wedding dress. Go do all this shit. Go spend money at a hotel. And look, the hotels in New York are expensive. They're expensive. So now you're going to tell this girl you can't give her an $80,000 wedding. You can't give her a $60,000 wedding. You can't give her a $30,000 wedding because you got $15,000 left in the account. And she should have known that because I would think she got access to the accounts to see how much money they got, right? So why would you take a trip all the way to New York if you ain't got no money, struggling with money? You got kids going to college. You got 9 kids to feed, you got mortgage, you got all this shit going on, but you gonna take the time and knowing you can't give this girl a wedding and have her go look at a venue, a beautiful venue, and pick out wedding dresses, and then you had this whole thing, I don't know what you're spending on the, come on, what kind of bullshit is that? And then it ends with them saying they just gonna postpone the wedding. There was never gonna fucking be one, and don't come back with one, okay? Last on the docket, Letitia and Keith. Listen, I was right about what I said in my last review. He's sitting there looking at her saying, you being too extra for the cameras. You need to stop tripping and tweaking. Anyway, they still having this argument about the proposal, about him not remembering if he asked and married. Marsha done popped up. He's like, Marsha, pull up, because this girl is tripping, tweaking, yelling. I ain't got time to be doing all this shit. I spent 11 years in prison trying to keep from arguing with motherfuckers. I got to get out and argue with this broad over some dumb shit that don't even matter. Because we already married. Long story short, they went up. I picked up by Marsha. He got to the house. Of course, he apologized. He got on his little knee, pulled a ring off, re-proposed to her ass, and they had a wedding. They had a cute little ceremony that didn't cost a whole lot of money. And that was the first time that I saw the oldest daughter smile. That was the first time that girl had a smile on her face. But then it just ended tragically for Letitia. They said after filming the next day, one day after one of them days, and we saw it, her ass got arrested. At the end of the day, I would like them to come back. Because to me, they got a story to tell. There's a story there. Most of it is her shit, but I don't know how you guys feel. How you guys feel about that? It actually would want Letitia and Keith to kind of come back. Everybody else, no, their story has been told. We don't need to see no more JKs. I feel like Brooke is trying to get another inmate so she could get her ass on TV so she could continue to pay her bills with we TV money. That's what it looking like to me. But we shall see. We shall see. But I definitely don't want to see Michael and Justine back. Like they have nothing to give. I just no. Father God, no. So that's it. I'll be back today with Seeking Sister Wives, y'all. I know I done fell behind. I was watching so much shit this morning trying to catch up. So I will be coming back later today with the Davises. I'ma always either do the Merrifields first or the Davises first because they always got some BS going on. But I definitely have to do the Davises. So I have a doctor's appointment like at 1 o'clock. So I'll probably do it after I come back I will do it after I come back from my doctor's appointment. So thanks for showing up when I show up, y'all. I'll see y'all later on with something else. Don't be an asshole.